Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
Hey, this is Sandwich!
And welcome to
The BS on the Internet.
Well, it's been another one of those weeks.
Has it, though?
It has.
It has.
It has. It actually, in fact, has been 7 days.
I think, well, yes. This week seemed kind of short for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
I think it may have been because you were gone last week.
Yeah.
He was on a business trip, and then we were like at the shore, and we weren't like
A lot of stuff going on.
We were just kind of getting back into our groove this week.
A lot of things happening at once.
Yeah,
week, yeah.
I think that's what it was. So
Yeah.
this week was kind of like, what?
This guy was like, oh, back to normal. Up, go through the thing.
Yeah.
And here we are again.
But that's what we do.
And that's what happens.
Yes,
on
and
days.
a lot happened, especially because we did miss, like, last week's BS on the Internet.
Yes.
We were catching up
Yes.
from what we missed.
Yes.
But as we were recording it, we were missing all of these trailers.
Yeah, new stuff started happening right away.
Yeah, because we usually record these on Fridays.
Yes.
And all these trailers came out when, like, after we finished recording it or something, or the next day from Comic-Con.
And it was like, we already recorded
so,
everything. Great.
I know.
Yeah.
So today we have
catching up on trailers.
a ton of trailers to look at.
Indeed.
I'm so curious because now we're a week behind.
Yes.
And you guys have been asking us on the streams if we've been seeing them, and we're like, no. So I'm excited to see them.
Yes, I'm excited to see you soon. We've been putting them off.
Yes.
We're watching them here.
Altogether, we have Glass, Aquaman, and Godzilla.
Yes. So those are going to be the ones we're going to watch today.
Yes.
But
we have other things to talk about
there's other things
first.
to talk about first. We're saving them for the end.
Ooh.
I just saw the title of this.
Okay, yes. So I saw this
Why is-
floating around Twitter yesterday,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it
you did.
made me think of you.
Oh, I'm glad.
Because it combines two of your most favorite things.
One of my most favorite
in the
things
universe.
with one of my least favorite things.
If
This is
you
like the
don't-
way you ruin one of my favorite things in the world.
I know.
You know, this is how it happens.
I know. So Scotland is selling, or an ice cream, shop or whatever. Oh, an artisan ice cream. And Scotland is selling an ice cream flavor made with mayo. Some people are triggered.
I'm triggered.
By the unique
I'm
flavor.
triggered. Thank
Creamy and rich. Yes. I know. Oh, wow. It says, in this day and age, nothing is off the table for ice cream flavors. Gone are simpler days of chocolate and vanilla because it's 2018 and innovators are experimenting with flavors based on pizza and Jersey's Taylor ham pork
I do
roll.
love Taylor pork roll.
He does.
I do, but guess what I
does.
don't want in my ice cream?
Taylor ham. Well, explain to them what exactly Taylor ham is if they're not from
Pork
this
roll?
area. Yeah, they probably wouldn't know what it was if you're not from Philly or Jersey.
The closest thing I could compare it to would be Canadian bacon. That'd be the closest
think
thing.
so?
But it's like thicker. It's not the same texture.
I think it's in the bologna family.
Okay,
I
but you
kinda
cook
do.
it though. You fry it.
You do. You fry it.
fry it.
And you have it with breakfast.
I love it. I'm a
kind
big
of-
fan.
Yeah, it tastes almost like a gristly ham.
Gristly?
Yeah, it's always kind of
I don't know if I
gristly,
get
kind of
gristly.
gritty, or gritty, I would say. It's like a gritty
Okay.
ham that you fry,
okay.
but it's like it comes in like a tube, like a roll of bologna. What do you call it? A bologna tube, and you slice it up and you cut it in a circle like this, and then you cut four edges
true. Wait,
of it
it's
so
not the
that it
same
lays
area.
flat in your pan,
Yeah.
and you fry it and you brown it up and you eat it with eggs
Yeah.
and sometimes cheese. There's a lot of breakfast sandwiches with these eggs and Taylor ham. and
It's
everything.
really good.
It's good. It's like
But I
strong,
don't want it in my
strong
ice cream.
bacon. No, you
We're
don't
not
want
talking
it in
about
your ice
Taylor
cream.
ham, are we? We're talking about mayonnaise
No,
ice
we
cream.
we are.
Even though I don't want to.
But I mean,
I don't want to talk about
come
mayonnaise
on.
ice cream.
You know,
I really
don't know if it would be that bad.
Oh boy.
You know,
yes,
I bet-
I'm not having this.
No?
This is not. No, I'm not going to eat this.
I bet it's like a texture thing. I bet it's a very pleasant texture. Can you
Ice
imagine
cream
how,
is a pleasant
amazing
texture.
that
That's
is?
fine.
No, but with the mayo.
No, I
with the
don't.
mayo?
I'm not eating it. No.
I don't want to eat it
No.
either.
Why
No,
would
no.
you waste this time and energy
What if
on this flavor? You could
what
be putting
if-
it towards literally anything else.
What if you were paid $50 to eat it?
To what? To try it or eat it?
To eat it, to have a whole ice cream cone of it, like a soft serve, like Dairy
50
Queen.
bucks? No, it had to be more than 50 bucks.
What about $200?
The
whole thing.
If someone said like, here's 200 bucks.
Yeah.
And it's yours.
Yeah.
If you eat this.
Yeah. But it has to be plain. You can't have any kind of like Jimmy's, like no toppings, no chocolate fudge, no nothing.
No,
really?
I don't know.
It's that gross to you?
It's that gross.
I know.
I don't
I knew
know.
this would put
There's
him
a
in
number somewhere. I
Yeah.
just don't know what it is, and I don't think it's 200.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
always a number
Would
somewhere.
you eat this, guys? Would you eat this? And how much money would you need to eat it? But you know what,
Somebody need to
though?
offer you.
I like to dip my fries in mayo. I learned this in the Netherlands. I thought it was
did
amazing.
It too, while I was over there.
Yeah,
And
you still weren't that crazy about it.
It was not terrible.
No,
But it's because I can deal with. See, this is why this is the worst thing ever. Because the only time I can deal with mayonnaise
worst thing ever.
is when it's on a hot piece of food.
Yeah.
I can deal with it sometimes on a burger or a hot sandwich.
You could have
in a small amount,
Yes.
very, very thin.
You could have light mayo on a Taylor ham egg and cheese sandwich.
That could happen.
Yes.
That could happen.
That could
Yes,
work.
That could work.
That does happen. Yeah.
But as long as as soon as I notice it's there, it's a problem. And I have never seen a cold food that I've liked it on.
Really?
So for it to be on ice cream, it's just about the worst idea on the planet. You've taken the worst thing, made it worse, and in doing so, ruined one of the best things. I do not like the existence of this.
I'm curious
fan.
to see. I mean, if you just think about the ingredients in mayo, you'd think it would make a good ice cream. So I'm wondering if they added sugar to it. If are they containing the flavor of mayo? Does it taste like mayo, or are they using it as an ingredient to kind of for a texture thing where they could add some other kind of flavor?
I don't want to find out. I don't want to know.
I'm curious.
I don't want to know.
I feel like, when you go in the ice cream shop, we're talking about this for a very long time.
Yes, we are.
You know how when you go in the ice cream shop and they go, oh, you want to try it? And they give you that little baby spoon. I love those! The little baby spoon, and they go, here. I would eat one of those. I would try it like that. I don't think I could have like a whole cone of it.
I don't even know if I'd try it.
I might dip some
I think
fries
it's just
in
one
it.
of those things where I know I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
I really do. I'll try a lot of foods, okay? I just had eel for the first time. That was interesting.
You did.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
But if it has mayonnaise, if mayonnaise is a primary ingredient in it, I'm just going to pass.
I know.
Just pass. No big deal.
Potato salad, noodle salad,
no.
he's just not on board.
Mayonnaise is a major ingredient. Just no thank you. I'll eat a lot of stuff. I eat a lot of stuff.
That's true.
That is one of the deal breakers. And so, if you haven't already heard about this, Demi Lovato unfortunately had an overdose.
Yeah.
And a big scare. And it came, right after her latest single was about the fact that she wasn't sober anymore.
Yeah.
So I remember that people started talking about that, the song came out and then this happened not that long after. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a shame because this is one of the things where I mentioned we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminding me of the Scott Weiland thing. In
Maybe.
that with Scott Weiland, it was just we were just kind of waiting for it to happen.
She seemed with Scott Weiland, who's the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots, and he overdosed. Oh my gosh, a couple of years ago now. Yeah. And I remember we saw them live, and we had our fingers crossed that he was going to be okay.
And he was.
And he was okay.
Yeah.
I ran into him in Atlantic City one time. And he had on a cap. Did I tell you this? A captain's hat.
Yeah.
And aviator sunglasses and an open shirt, and was just walking around the casino just by himself.
Wow.
And they were playing there, and he was just wandering around, and it was really awkward.
Wow.
But
I don't think you've ever told me about
I didn't tell you about that.
Hell no.
But
wow.
It was crazy. I was and I didn't want to go up. He was by himself and everything. I didn't want to be like, hi, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm bringing that up is with Scott Weiland and with some people, unfortunately, that overdose, like Amy Winehouse, you kind of knew, the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm...
But with her, I feel like she gave out an image that she was pulling it off.
Yeah.
Which is scary because then that makes people think that you're okay and makes them think that, hey, maybe she could still hang, maybe she could do a little bit of whatever or dabble a little bit and be okay because she's still, meeting her engagements, she's still working, she's still, doing her thing. And that's a scary place.
Yeah.
It's just even sometimes more scary than to be wearing it, out in the open. How some other people have, like Amy Winehouse and like Scott Weiland, But what my fear for her is, when I saw that this happened, I was like, oh my gosh, and nobody knew whether or not she was going to live or whatever. But I always feel so terribly when this kind of thing happens, because then you get the people poring over the details.
Yeah.
And like just right before we sat down to do this, the 911 tape came
call.
out. And like, why
We don't
do
need that, guys.
Like then
We
they're
don't
going
need
to
that.
like all of her friends and like unnamed sources and, you know, people trying to sneak in and take pictures and talk to her and everything. And just like this all of a sudden huge invasion of privacy is like,
I mean, isn't it already a huge invasion of privacy that you overdosed and it's on every social media? You know, it's everywhere instantly. So there's already that. Can't we just leave it at that? Like, we know it happened. It's a terrible thing. Thank goodness she's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and like, maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe this ends up in a big turn. Some people need a moment like this and do find a way to turn around. You hope this is one of those success stories. But we don't need to dig deeper. I don't know if we need to dig deeper.
I kind of just feel like they need to leave her alone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously she was in a really, really bad way. She had to get Narcan. Which is insane, which is, if you're not familiar with Narcan, it reverses the effects of opiates and its effects on your brain. So if you're unconscious or whatever, it's now a nasal spray. It's
which is crazy.
A nasal spray. And it reverses the opiates, but a lot of times it's a misconception that some people will say, oh, I'll just get Narcan and it'll be fine, or I'll try it. I could always get Narcan. Narcan is horrific because it's almost like going from that asleep bliss of being passed out and overdosing to almost like the full effects of drug withdrawal. And when people come out, they're angry, they're in pain, they're combative, you can't talk to them, you can't, like, they're really uncooperative and mean, and like they want it to go away, you know, but eventually, and you know, it will kind of even itself out a little bit, and they'll be trying to possibly feel that way again because they just feel horrible. But it's this really abrupt, horrible wake up. And it's like jumping into freezing water, you know, so it's not something that you want to go through. So I feel badly for her that she had to be woken up in such a manner. But I'm glad that she's alive.
On the other hand, we have Narcan.
Yeah, on the other hand, we have Narcan.
So,
it's a shame that we don't have, you know, an equivalent for like alcohol or something like that.
Well, that's a whole different.
Yeah, because alcohol affects
Yeah.
alcohol affects all of your organs.
You can't have something that'll just reverse the effect on your liver.
Yeah, your liver
what
and
can
your
you do about
stomach
that? That's
and
a whole,
like your bloodstream. It's
arguably
everywhere.
the worst of all these, you know, just like the way it kind of like, I don't know, just
shook out with alcohol.
With alcohol, like somebody going through like if somebody was like dying of an overdose or dying of alcohol, like just what that alcoholism and what that does to your body. I don't know.
I know.
That seems even worse.
I
know.
know.
It kind of
I know.
does.
And
it
you know what?
does.
For the longest time, and I think it's just starting to change now. Oh my gosh, the heater's on.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Didn't trip the breaker. Everything's okay.
Oh.
We're still alive.
Sometimes that trips the breaker. It's terrible.
We're not live. We're
But
this.
I
Just let you
know.
In case you were going to start chatting, we're not really there.
But with alcohol, and it's so funny that it's just starting to reverse now. For the longest time, it was like one drink is healthy, one drink a day is healthy, or whatever. I think they say if you have more than 3 beverages, I think a night, 3 nights a week, then you're considered an alcoholic.
That's what the line is?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be 6 drinks in a week.
Okay.
Or like the equivalent, even if you're doing 6 drinks one night a week, that's still considered binging, and like then there's a problem. But for the longest time, they would think, oh, it's good for your heart. I have my glass of red wine every night. It's good for my heart. It's good for my antioxidants and all that kind of stuff. And now the data and the research is coming out that's saying it is not healthy in any way.
No, it's not
whatsoever. It is not. Just because it's probably one of the most ancient forms of getting like effed up or whatever, people think that, oh, it's almost like natural, like humans and alcohol go hand in hand, and they do, as they have throughout history,
generations.
And it has its place. It really does. But it can't be hidden as something that
you can't,
has health benefits.
There's like
not
a
anymore.
positive side to it.
Right, not anymore.
We can't. I mean, like, just take it for what it is, but let's not pretend it's something it's not.
Yes, let's not. Exactly. But I mean, it was used medicinally for centuries. And,
but you know, it's
like
interesting.
That,
I don't know what getting back to Demi Lovato. I don't know what she overdosed on. Do you?
No, I remember at the time they said it was heroin.
They did.
But some people were thinking meth later on, but she wouldn't have been given Narcan for meth.
That's not an opiate.
No.
Yeah.
So, so it must have been some kind of downer then, whatever.
Yeah, it could have been heroin, it could have been oxys or something like that, which would be similar. Might as well be, at that point. But I'm just thinking it's like, it's a similar kind of thing where these, I'll call it, let's not pretend it's something that it's not. But the some of this stuff has always started with some medicinal intent,
Maybe, yeah.
And it just ended up going terrible in another way, shape, or form. Most of this isn't stuff that just popped up just to kill you.
Right.
I mean, there's been a positive spin to it. It turned out to be that the negative aspects far outweigh the positive.
Right.
And it's too late.
I know.
So it's just a shame to see it end up like this. And I mean, but hopefully this situation does end up better. Maybe this still has a chance to become a success story.
I'm really glad, and I was thinking about this because there is it seems like this never-ending list of people who have overdosed and died because they were trying to get clean and then decided to dabble again for a little bit, and their tolerance wasn't as high as it was. Thinking of Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And they thought that it just wasn't.
Oh, I used to do this all the time. This amount. I'll just do that. And it's but how long ago has it been?
Scott Weiland. And, again, with Scott Weiland.
Yeah,
and people
that's how accidental overdoses happen so
exactly.
often,
they don't mean to do it. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Didn't think it was going to happen, because it didn't happen before.
Exactly.
Besides not really knowing the potency of whatever you're getting because it's not regulated.
Yeah, for sure.
That kind of thing. So it's just man, there's just so many of these stories all the time. I mean, at least we're not talking about her having passed away.
I know.
We're not saying that.
But it is, hopefully it's looked at as a legit sickness.
Yeah.
Addiction is a disease. 100% it is a disease. As if you say, I have diabetes. I'm an addict. It's just, it should get to that place.
Yeah.
So that this way people could get help, and there's not such this stigma on it about behavior and all this kind of, but I'm going down another road. We won't talk about that or I'll be here forever. But I'm just saying. But
that's why we're talking about it.
A lot of people
we're
are saying
to...
it's just poor decisions. It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. So, yeah. Okay, it's time for the subreddit of the week. And to bring the spirits up a little bit, I found this subreddit this week, and it's called Dogs with Jobs.
Dogs with Jobs.
It's Dogs with Jobs. Look. Okay, these dogs work in courtrooms to help comfort victims when testifying against their abusers.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, just therapy dogs and support dogs and things like that. Just oh my gosh.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing.
Look at this guy, Uno. He works very hard as a video game developer. Look at this guy.
Oh my God.
Look at that happy boy.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh my goodness. He looks happy. He's like, I'm ready for work.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
I know. Look at this guy. He's going to be an avalanche rescue dog. Look.
He's training to be an avalanche rescue dog? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. How do I get the job to train an avalanche rescue dog? Look at him's vest. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he's loving it. Yeah, look at that.
I wonder why. What's really interesting? They're all the ones we've seen so far are a lot of them are golden retrievers. I see a lot of them. But I would think that maybe they would pick a husky. But huskies are working dogs. They're not like the people pleaser dog.
Yeah.
Like a golden retriever. Yeah. I had a golden retriever for
They're
years.
the sled pullers, you know?
Yes. When it's bring your dog to work day, but you're a canine unit. Oh, look, he's got a little dog. It is a little pupper. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great.
Gosh. Look, he's sitting like a good boy. Oh my gosh. What is this? Biscuit, a staff moral officer. Oh.
Biscuit.
Oh my gosh, his name
Staff
is
morale officer?
I
would
lose my mind. I would lose my mind. But I don't know if any of you have ever had a golden retriever or have met a golden retriever, but they really do love helping you and making you happy, and they just live to make you happy. It's unbelievable. Lifeguards ready to save the day in Croatia. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? We were talking about this the other day, where I said, and I can't ask him any hypothetical questions. I was like, if you were drowning and a dog came out to come and save you, would you be relieved or like disappointed that it wasn't a human? Obviously, you would grab the dog, but what would you be like? Why?
My answer.
Where's
Let's see
this
like
dog?
my answer.
And then
my answer is basically like, I think if I saw a dog coming towards me in the water, I would be relieved because I knew there were people that were there to help
with
me.
the dog, yeah.
So like, it's kind of like, yeah, I'd be happy to see the dog, but I'd be like, oh my God, there are people here. They're gonna come get me. Everything's gonna be great.
What if it was just a puppy?
If it's just a puppy alone,
yeah,
I'd be sure. I mean, if it looked like he was there to help me, but I wouldn't really know. I'd be like, is this just a dog that showed up here just to play,
with
or
a little inner tube in his mouth?
Let's just play, guys.
Like, hey, man.
I mean, I'd take it, but then I'd be worried about the dog. I feel like if I knew it was a rescue dog and there were people there, that I knew the dog's gonna be okay too.
Oh,
because that would worry me. Because what, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question.
Watching the water. Look at them. They're so happy. They're so excited. I know, but we talked about it for like 15 minutes, and he was like, wait. And I'm like, it's cloudy,
I have trouble with
and there's no rescue boats.
I need the details. There's no vacuums here. We need to know about the outside context.
Wow, look at this. A Colombian drug dog with a $70,000 bounty on her head.
Oh my God. No way.
Wow. Good for you, girlfriend. Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty great.
I think somebody wrote
Alex gets the comment.
Somebody wrote like smell good, friend, just like smelling a butt. I haven't seen that. Just like
my dad looks like there's no neck because of the
what is this? But yeah, durians, I've never smelled a durian, but
neither.
I've heard that they smell horrific.
Yeah.
I've seen them in Whole Foods, and I go like, there it is. Do any of you know what a durian smells like? If so, put it in the comments, because I'm kind of curious, but I don't want to buy one.
Why would you want to eat something that smells terrible, though? Smells so much to do with the taste.
Desperation?
I suppose.
Maybe?
But you want to go buy them desperately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Foreman Corgi. Oh, it's helping. I mean, how can a Corgi really... You okay? How can a Corgi really help with their little beautiful stumpy legs? Like if I had a job to do, right? And like, there you go. You gonna get up in there? Oh, oh my gosh! Really? Oh.
Yeah, man, there you go.
That would be a pretty cool job though, to be able to take your dog.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Oh my gosh.
Really cool.
That's awesome. In a neighborhood like this, the cartels have eyes everywhere. Are you from this neighborhood, Mike?
Who you, Mike? Where'd you go from, Mike?
Who you, Mike? Who you work for, Mike? Oh my gosh.
Are you spy, Mike?
I just like the look on his face too. He's like, he's checking you out.
I like this.
He's checking to see if you're that $70,000 dog with the bounty on her head.
That's right.
Ugh.
Okay, now to the trailers. And we're going to start with Glass. I'm psyched about this because I really liked Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I watched that a lot. I've seen it a bunch of times. Did it really?
There were some people that I knew, I remember at the time when it came out talking to people about it, and a lot of people did not like it.
Wow, I had the opposite experience.
And I remember singing its praises and really liking it.
Yeah, most people I knew really enjoyed it. I didn't know many people that didn't like it.
I thought it was really good.
But I really thought it was very cool. The problem is this is also a sequel to Split. It's a crossover.
Which we didn't see.
And we didn't see Split yet. I've heard Split was really good and I want to watch it.
Yeah, you guys were telling us on the stream that it's a sequel or has
so I
something
hope this
to do
doesn't
with Split.
Spoil anything from that.
I don't know, but I still really want to watch it because I did hear Split was
But
awesome,
I'm just psyched that they're bringing Unbreakable back. In fact,
totally.
before we watch this,
yeah,
one of the coolest things I liked about Unbreakable is it's one of the movies I watched enough to watch it with commentary.
Oh.
And
that's a certain level of commitment.
like Half-Baked, Basketball, and Unbreakable. But it's Harold and Kumar, and then this is where I went.
Okay.
But one of the cool things I liked about Unbreakable is apparently when he first wrote the movie, M. Night Shyamalan, he was going to have the movie be split into like these 3 acts. And have the first act be him, the guy, if you've ever seen him discovering he's a superhero. The second act being him practicing his superhero skills in the world, and his third one being facing his ultimate foe.
Right.
And he instead decided to make the whole movie about discovering he was a superhero. And I thought that was such a cool thing to concentrate on and area to highlight on.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested. So I'm excited. I've wanted them to go back to it so much because I'm like, now I know there's all these other things he had planned.
Because
never did it though.
If I remember correctly, and I only saw Unbreakable a handful of times, it's very much about being on a spectrum of where if he is a superhero and has superhuman powers, then there is his opposite.
Yes.
Somewhere out there in the world that is everything he is not. So that would be the person who is Glass, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Because he's unbreakable.
And that
this is Glass.
that's his foe. Is like his ultimate enemy, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's see.
Anyway, let's go. And that was Mr. Glass, yeah.
Oh my God. Sarah Paulson, I love her.
It's amazing to meet you. It is simply extraordinary. Maybe this will all make sense if I explain who I am. My name is Dr. Ellie Staple, and I'm a psychiatrist. My work concerns a particular type of delusion of grandeur. It's a growing field. I specialize in those individuals who believe they are superheroes.
Oh!
Good for you.
The three of you've convinced yourselves you have extraordinary gifts like something out of a comic book. David Dunn, the only person to survive that train wreck all those years ago. What do you do?
I'm in security.
You think you have superpowers.
It's a feeling. Vision. I have to touch them.
You believe you are a protector.
My name is Patricia.
I have no question. There are 24 identities
I'm Mary Reynolds. Por favor, señora. We almost got you, bro.
that live in that body with you.
The beast is coming any minute now for you guys.
But what I am questioning is your belief that you are something more than human.
And yet, it is true.
Yo.
My bones break easily. I've had 94 breaks in my life.
But you have an extraordinary IQ.
This is not a cartoon. This is the real world.
No way.
And yet, some of us still don't die with bullets. Some of us can still bend steel. I've been waiting for the world to see that we exist. May I meet the beast? I hope for your sake that he likes you. That sounds like the bad guys teaming up. A lot of people are going to die. Don't do this. Are you ready?
What do we call you, sir?
First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
Yo.
I was so glad they're doing this.
Yo.
I was wondering if we were going to see Bruce Willis. I didn't know if they were gonna have his character in this. I was so glad they do.
Oh, we have to see Split.
Yes, and we have to see Split. That we absolutely have to see Split.
Wow, I never thought that it would be the three of them.
Yeah. Wow. Sammy J.
Wow. I thought it was just gonna be Sammy J.
Yeah.
I didn't know the
And
three of
Bruce
them.
Willis.
Wow, because I heard McAvoy was awesome.
And McAvoy.
in
That's
Split.
freaking crazy. Yeah, I heard he was really great.
And
in Split,
the Shyamalan movies are always fun to watch because he's a Philly guy. So
yeah,
he's
but he had such a
always-
lull there of some
He
like
did.
stuff that
He
did not work too well.
But he really reps it well, and that's always exciting.
Yeah.
Because then, like, you
And I don't care. The
recognize-
Sixth Sense is always legend. That's a legendary
I know.
movie. A legendary movie. And Unbreakable was the next one after that. It was before Signs.
Yeah.
So like
I loved Signs.
I was I don't know, I'm so psyched to bring this back. I feel like it's really good timing because there's a lot of hype about superhero movies.
Yeah,
and this is
why
a different
not?
angle on that, you know? And like a little bit like, and it doesn't have to be beholden to Marvel or DC. It's an original story that doesn't already have
That's a really good point.
Miles of established lore. It's more of like a blank slate they can do something with.
Sure.
They'll be more unpredictable in that way.
Yeah,
we don't know where any of these characters go.
That's refreshing.
It is kind of.
You know what I mean?
Because in Marvel and DC, so often it's like, well, we know a lot of people. We know the story. We just want to see how they tell it.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and this we just have no idea. You know, and I hope it's good. I'm psyched after seeing that.
Yeah.
I think it looks really freaking cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be good. All right, moving on. So speaking of other superheroes that are well
superhero
established,
movies, yes.
This is one of the most well established ones.
Yes, this is an old school.
But yes, I'm excited for this one.
I am too.
I like Jason Momoa.
I think that once I heard he was going to be Aquaman, I was like, I'm in. That's cool.
I feel like he is completely perfect for it.
Yeah.
Like hands down.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this.
So let's see
cool.
what happens.
Okay.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen.
Oh, right.
But life has a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Oh, baby.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
Oh. Ooh.
They made me what I
The
am.
fish protect you, Ring.
Permission to come aboard.
He's sassy.
Hey, apparently.
Looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm no leader. I came because I had no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
We're here.
What are you doing?
Wait. You should have a parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
Sass. Whoa, Nellies. Up. Wow.
That seems cool.
Some cameos in there.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah.
Amber Heard. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried the CGI water is going to look crappy.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be like 95%
worried.
CGI.
I know.
You know. And I know a lot of the superhero movies are, but like at least they're in like real world backdrops.
Sure.
This is going to be 100% like they probably shot the
all
whole thing on the green
green
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like that can get distracting.
Right.
After a while. And it also has a tendency to not age very well.
That's very true.
So that's going to make it
Yeah.
interesting, but I don't know what the hell else you do.
I know.
How do you do
How
an
else do you do
underwater
Aquaman?
superhero movie without just having 100% CGI?
Yeah.
You're not going to
You know
shoot
what,
it in
though?
water.
Like, his hair looked good, like the underwater kind of. Like
yeah, I
this
mean, it
kinda
looked really good. It
undulation.
looked really good. I mean,
It
they're
did.
totally cornered into that, you know.
Right.
And it's also, this is just the whole, that way you can go Justice League and they can
Sure.
establish
Oh,
his
of
character
course,
and
of
bring him
course.
into another movie where they're all back in there together and everybody gets really excited. So
Yeah.
that's cool. It's I like how they have the origin stories and stuff. They're still doing that
That's
on the
always
DC
good.
side.
I'm
And
glad they're doing that.
at least it looks like they're also, DC is still going a little bit further away from the taking themselves way too seriously place they were at for
Right.
a little bit.
That's
you know,
true.
they're having a little more fun with it. He's got some sass.
Yeah.
Making some jokes here and there. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a superhero movie about being underwater with a lot of sharks. Like,
Yeah.
let's just
They
have some
ride
fun
the
with
sharks.
it. Yeah.
They ride the sharks.
It doesn't
I was
have to be
like,
too
hey!
serious, you know? So,
Yeah.
all right, that's kind of cool.
That's
kinda
cool. I like it.
Are you guys excited about that one? Listen to the comments.
And finally, we have Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Yes.
And I heard this looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've just been hearing over and over again, like by and large, this is the one trailer that you guys were like, did you see Godzilla?
Really?
Did you see Godzilla? Yeah, on the streams and on Twitter, you guys are
I'm
hitting me up
skeptical
like
about this
crazy.
because, like, last time they redid Godzilla, I wasn't interested at all, I feel like. With Matthew
Really?
Broderick, you know,
Was
they
that
did that
the
whole
last
thing.
one?
I think the last time they really decided to give a good, big shot at a big budget, huge Godzilla movie was that Matthew Broderick one, I think.
That Matthew Broderick one,
I didn't see it.
I did.
Okay.
I saw it in the theater.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it lays eggs
Okay.
in Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
And it's completely unbelievable in every way. Like, people were walking out. Like, it was really,
bad?
really bad. And
Okay.
completely, like, I know, you know, a lot of these movies, these disaster movies especially, and monster movies, are all, like, outside the scope of reality.
Yeah.
But there's still an element of, like, all right, that could happen if this crazy situation, this would probably happen there, that would probably happen there. But
Yeah.
it was so totally, like, what?
You have
Like,
to find
out
a
of
way
nowhere.
to make it somehow, like, at least so if you willingly as a viewer like participate in suspension of disbelief,
Yeah.
there should be like there should be something there that can ground you a little bit.
Tethered
Like,
to. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I can grab onto that and hold onto that and I'll
Right,
be
right.
okay.
Right,
You know,
right.
but if you're not getting any of that anywhere and you're just like, but why and how would it, you know?
Yeah.
Then that's totally distracting and you lose it. Yeah.
So, yeah, but well, that being said, I hope this is done right and done well.
I hope it's completely different than that, basically.
You think so? Yeah. Ugh.
I hope it's something I don't
Yeah.
expect. That's what I'm hoping for.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Because I have a monster movie thing in my head. Okay, here we go.
And it's Millie Bobby
Our
Brown!
world
Oh.
is changing.
Millie Bobby!
The mass extinction we feared has already begun, and we are the cause. We are the infection.
Oh boy. How about you get off the roof?
But like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection.
Oh.
Its original and
Evil within.
rightful rulers, the Titans. For thousands of years, these creatures have remained in hiding around the world.
Hey.
And unless all the Titans are found, our planet will perish, and so will we. They are the only guarantee that life will carry on.
You are out of your goddamn mind!
I am sorry, but this is the only way.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
Long live the king.
Oh, God, they had to throw that in there. Holy crap! That looked awesome. That looked seriously really, really cool.
Dude.
It definitely wasn't what I expected. I expected, like, New York City and, like, a big boom, 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 and knocking down buildings and everyone running in the streets going, ah! That's what I expected. That was...
Why am I like I have chills?
Yeah. It was the music.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the music. Totally the music. Yeah, what an interesting choice.
Look at the tornadoes in the back.
Like, do you think somebody would ever come around the table like, hey, I know what we should have for the music?
Yeah,
They have to be
yeah.
like, you're going to have to convince me of that one, dude. That's a very interesting choice for them to go with that.
Did you see
it worked
all of
really
them,
well.
though? There was like a Hydra.
Yeah. There's
And, like,
I don't know all their names.
Mothra
I only know
and-
somewhat because of playing video games.
Yeah.
And these are all characters in them. But like so I didn't know. I don't know the lore. I don't know the Godzilla lore.
Oh my gosh.
Am I correct in saying it sounded like they were explaining that they were like the protectors of the planet?
I believe so. The Titans. Yeah.
Yeah, the Titans.
Oh gosh.
And they're dormant in the earth.
Yeah.
To protect them.
That's what. Yeah. I wanna. If you don't mind, I wanna go back and listen to this.
Yeah, I want to hear the explanation beginning again.
Already begun.
Okay. I want to hear her talk about the Titans.
We are the
So this is like an apocalypse, I take it?
Yeah, we're the infection.
But this isn't like a. But is it like a global warming type situation?
I wonder if that's where they're going to go with
infection.
it. That'd be the way they could tie it into current events,
right?
You know,
like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's original.
Oh, if it's like purging the humans because we're killing the planet.
It's original and rightful rulers. Okay, so they are the original rulers of Earth.
For thousands of years, these creatures have remained in hiding around the world.
And they know about them, so I guess there's like these government facilities that like they know they're there.
All the Titans are found.
Oh, but they don't know where all of them are.
The planet will perish, and so will we.
Okay, so it seems like the impetus of the protagonist in this is actually to release them, right? So I'm curious now who becomes the actual antagonist here.
I don't know.
Because it sure looks like these are fighting back people in some situations, right? It was grabbing planes and stuff.
I don't know. I'm like captivated by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fighting. So unless it was like we can't communicate with them in a rational way, how are we gonna be able to wake them up and go, we need you?
I guess it's like just a thing that like when the Earth needs them, they will be awakened and they will know what to do.
Maybe.
You know, it's kind of like an instinctive thing for them.
Yeah.
To be protectors of the planet. But at the same way, if humans are supposed to be the reason that the apocalypse is happening, then the planets become, or the Titans becoming the cure for that, that would make the humans the enemy.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they go with that necessarily.
Long live the king.
And of course, that was a wonderful thing to drop in there.
Is he just not? I just get excited too.
Yeah,
Tywin.
Yeah.
Why'd they have to put Tywin Lannister in there to mess everything up for me?
Why they had to do that?
That looks freaking amazing.
It does. It looks really good. It looks really, really good.
I could see why you guys wanted us to see that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If nothing else, that's a super good trailer. That's a kick-ass trailer, you know?
Wow. If for some reason you have the time and or the interest, I highly recommend going back and watching all of those old Godzilla movies.
Oh, yeah, old
and
school ones.
Mothra movies and all that stuff. I went through such like a monster movie like year or two where I watched all of these like Swamp Thing, you know, and they're so campy and so bad, but they're really, really entertaining. And it gives you a little bit of the lore and stuff like that. I don't remember much of it, to be honest, but I did watch a lot of them. I got like obsessed with a little while. I was like, oh, so cool. But so that's kind of neat to see like everybody, you know, back at it. But
although, wouldn't you
really
think
cool.
that if they're trying, because I don't see how they put in all this money into making a Godzilla movie unless they're planning on making this a franchise. So I don't think that a movie like this with this much budget gets approved unless they are planning on making it a franchise.
Oh, for sure.
Because like they don't care if they lose a little bit of money on this, which I don't know if they will or not.
Were they going to give like each Titan their own movie?
Yeah, well that was the thing though, because I'm
they
like,
could.
they definitely have to make this a franchise, right? There's no way this is just a one shot.
Yeah.
But if they're going to release all the Titans at once,
yeah,
then what the heck did they make other movies about?
Yeah.
So
well, and then the only thing I could think of is the antagonists. What are the antagonists? Maybe other countries that don't agree to release their Titan.
Yeah.
Or you know, because I imagine they'd have to get the UN together or something like that. We were talking about tethering to reality.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe they have to get the UN together, and you know, you release your Titan, and somebody doesn't want to release their Titan, or they'll get their Titan to attack. You know, this Titan, or I have a stronger Titan than you do, and you know,
maybe it's just like a same arc of like the same story, and they're just gonna have several movies, maybe like a trilogy along the same story arc.
That's awesome.
So maybe this ends up like leaving off on like a small victory, but the war is far from over kind of situation. So
you won the battle, but not the war.
Exactly. So that seems to be the safest way to do a trilogy these days.
As long as it ends with humans and the Titans living in harmony, and people riding little baby Mothras, and and Millie Bobby Brown gets to ride Godzilla with a little saddle on it, I will not be happy.
Okay, well,
that's where I want it to go.
I guess we'll let you know.
That's what I want to
when
hear.
it comes out. Maybe the next trailer will hint at that. All right, well, that was that episode of BS on the Internet.
Twas, and what a week!
And what a week it was.
Oh my gosh, those trailers were really good.
Yeah, we're cool trailers.
Each one was really, really good.
Stuff to be excited about for sure. If you want to read about any more about what we talked about today, links are in the description. If you like this video, please support us on Patreon. Click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.
Bye.